We are back at it again with another Sunday morning thrift video. I know it's been a while, guys. I've been busy, I've been swamped. I've had a ton of shoes to list, so I didn't get to go and do another Nike outlet video. But this Sunday I did have some time this morning to do not only a thrift video, but a Craigslist little pickup as well. So in this video, we go ahead and look for shoes, primarily shoes at the thrift stores. That's kind of what I specialize in, as well as just other things, bags and hats and other video games. For the Craigslist pickup, I did get back into retro collecting, or picking up old video games like the original Xbox or PS2, so retro games. And this is something that I used to do back in the day in school when I was in college. I used to flip old video games for pretty much for beer money, right? And decided to diversify and get a little bit more creative with my sourcing. Obviously, this is pretty cut and dry what I do back here, but I do have a good foundation of or knowledge for older video games and what's worth what. So I went ahead and did a Craigslist pickup. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and get the video started. What's going on, YouTube? We are doing another Sunday morning thrifting video. This morning though, we're switching it up with a Craigslist pickup first. I recently got back into old school video games or retro games, and with that, if you know what you're doing, you can buy lots of video games. And what I mean by lots, I mean people who are selling bundles. Bundles, that's probably a better word for it. If you're selling bundles, you can kind of just pick out what you want and then resell the rest. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now, and I'm just documenting it just in case something happens to me, right? So all right, so we're at this apartment complex. We got cash in hand. I'm about to send a dude a text to meet me up, and we'll go from there. All right, so I just got done meeting with the guy. 16 games for 15 bucks, so roughly $1 a piece. And yeah, he threw in some extra stuff in here that I was not too sure what it was. So that's why we got this random with box PlayStation 1 game. A lot of these are mainly like $5 or $10 a piece games online, with the exception of maybe like Silent Hill 4, where it's going for closer to 20, I believe. A lot of this stuff I did want for my personal collection, but the rest of it I'm just gonna flip it back online. Maybe something like this sports game I'll probably have to donate because it's a sports game. But with that said, let's go ahead and put these away and get to thrifting. Alright, so we're doing the men's first here. Looks like we got some these alpha bounces, pretty beat up, so we're gonna skip those. First glance, I'm not seeing anything really worth picking up, so we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. I did see these Star Wars slip-ons. Thought they were the Vans collabs at first. That's why it's important to check out the tag. I guess it's Star Wars' own proprietary brand. So there's nothing that says Vans on here, as well as that grip. That's not the traditional waffle grip. So, but what is Vans are these right here, skate highs. That waffle grip right there, and they're pretty beat up. So we're gonna skip on those. Everything's kind of overpriced as well. I do have a 30% off coupon, so we'll see if I can put that to use. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into the next aisle. All right, ladies section. Some knockoff Chucks. And pretty much nothing. These kind of look like dunk highs for a second, but they're not. So this model of shoe, if you see it in a Nike brand, it's usually good to pick up, as long as it's in good condition. So nothing sticking out. Really asking for these free runners. $4.99, so that's not too bad, but we're looking at getting the cream of the crop type of shoes. So these Reacts would be something. I'm not sure about this colorway though. So we'll probably look up those.
as well as I'm seeing these chucks are pretty unique. So let's go ahead and check those, but let's browse the rest of this aisle into the girls section. And what are these? Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at those Nike Reacts and go from there. So I was browsing the hats, found this for the collection, Vans Off the Wall in camo. So I'm looking for one of these, $4.99. I guess I'll just use my coupon for this. But yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. Of course, we gotta check out the knickknacks and exercise equipment. I'm actually kind of digging this pull-up bar. Mine's kind of not as fancy. And then we got a bunch of different car mounts I'm sure I know nothing about, and I'm pretty sure these are worth something, but leave a comment down below. Probably need to step up my game, but nothing really too noticeable. We do have one of these cubicle exercisers, so that's kind of cool. So no finds in there. I did pick up this Vans Off the Wall cap for myself for the collection. Big skate rat, so that's gonna be cool. So we're going through the women's first, and yeah, these New Balances caught my attention, but pretty ripped right there. So for the most part, it looks like these are nothing but heels. No. Let's go ahead and check the next out. Alright, men's back wall boogie. Well, partial men's, partial levies. Looks like we got a mix here. If I'm going too fast on the camera, I apologize. Just trying to breeze through here. Shout out to Bonafide Hustler. These are big mountain biking shoes. Not really my forte. Try to stick with sneakers and things that I know, but definitely look into those if you're trying to switch out things you're wanting to sell. These are actually pretty clean, $7.99 though. I think if these were Flyknits, I'd probably go for them.
So overall, no finds at this Goodwill. Kind of bummed out, but that's just the name of the game. Sometimes you show up, there's just plenty of things to go around. Sometimes not so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a bite to eat. It's actually about 1 o'clock, so this is my breakfast. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up and check out the Xbox collection I did pick up from Craigslist. So there was that as the, I guess, highlight of the trip. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do a breakdown of those games and see which one is going to be worth the most out of that lot. So here's the breakdown of the Xbox haul. So this haul was 15 bucks with 17 games total. So it was just under $1 for each game. This is my little $5 pile. $10 and the few that are going for 15. All in total, realistically about $150. So we'll see how it goes. I know usually stuff like this flips faster. The lower end stuff I might have to price competitively just to get rid of it, but we'll see. And of course, some of the stuff is going to my personal collection. So overall, I didn't have the best luck at the thrift store this weekend. The Craigslist pickups were actually the moneymaker this week. This one was not even in the listing, and I think it's a little bit more than 20 bucks. I got to double check. I could be lying. I'll go ahead and put the comps somewhere. And then these two were about 15 bucks a piece, so that's 45 bucks. And within that lot of video games, I think it came out to about 88 cents per game, so that is pretty good, pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and list these as quickly as I can. The good thing about video games is it's just, a couple of quick snapshots and you're done. This is kind of why I wanted to get back into this. The shoes do take a little bit of time, but with variations and such, that's probably the main thing that consumes my time. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video. And that's all the time we have for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. And feel free to leave a comment down below if you start collecting video games or thinking about selling video games. Maybe I'll share some of the sites that I use aside from eBay to kind of gauge whether or not something's worth picking up quickly on the fly. Alright guys, appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.